All right, welcome aboard the Carnival Paradise. Carnival Paradise is one of the fantasy class ships. There is currently only 3 of them left, the Ecstasy, the Elation, and the Paradise. And after October, the Ecstasy will also be scrapped, so there'll only be 2 left. All right, our tour today is going to start right up here on deck 15 on the sun deck. All right, deck 15, actually, like I said, you start facing bow, and it basically is nothing up here except a sun deck. As you can see, they can put a lot of chairs out. They normally do on sea days, but today they don't have any out because we are in Cozumel, as you can see. And that's pretty much it on deck 15. All right, as we go down the stairs from deck 15, stairs are the only way to get to deck 15. You'll come to the miniature golf. The miniature golf pretty much just wraps around deck 14. Which also overlooks the Lido deck and the pool area from up in here, and gives you a pretty good view of the pool. And that pretty much is all you'll see up here on deck 14 until we get inside. And as I said, you can play putt-putt golf up here. It is complimentary, and they leave everything up here for you. All right, now this is deck 14. This was an added deck years ago, and they actually just added a complete whole new deck up here. And this is called the Grand Deck. And then it really is nothing but cabins, and they are balcony cabins. So you can see it's not a whole lot. There are no inside cabins on deck 14. They are just merely balcony rooms, and they do consider these, I believe, mini suites. And then it just goes around the corner and comes back out where we came in. Now this is G1. This is where we will be in July and again in October. It's a pretty cool cabin. The windows actually face forward, has electric blinds, and that's pretty much it. All right, come back out. And that pretty much ends deck 14. And then we come in on deck 12. This is the sports deck. And this is also where your spa is located. And we'll take you there and show you that. Hello.
Hello.
And then you come through here, you got your showers. There's nobody in here, we already checked. And you got your bathrooms, and then you got the gym. As you can see, there's nobody working out today. They have plenty of treadmills. They have your ellipticals on the other side, on the starboard side. Makes it look a little bit bigger, but that is a big mirror right there naturally. So it's a pretty decent gym. And again, nobody in here today. Only free weights they have are the dumbbells. And they go from small to large. Nothing I can lift, of course. Now remember, on this ship, they do not have a sauna, dry or steam. All right, so continuing out of the spa on deck 12, we have Camp Ocean. There's no need to go any further than that. We can't go all the way around. You have your glass elevators. There's 2 of them on this ship. And then you have the other kids club on this side that goes all the way around the bow of the ship. All right, this is deck 11, and we'll go outside in just a second. It's again by the atrium. This is otherwise known as the veranda deck. Now these are the only original balconies on this ship, other than the suites that had balconies, until they added the balconies and the grand deck. And it's basically nothing but cabins with a balcony, but they're very small balconies, and I'll show you the problem with these balconies is there's no real privacy, and I'll back up and show you a little bit right here. They got a blocked view. Some of them have a lifeboat in front of the windows. Hello. And then it just pretty much goes all the way around and then back out the other side, just like we did on the grand deck. Just like on the Elation, there is one little area here people kind of don't really know about unless you go through the veranda area, where you can come out here on the bow of the ship and you're basically standing on top of the bridge, and it gives you a pretty good view from the bow of the ship. But I'm going to swing over here and show you the problem with these balconies on the veranda deck. Now, if you'll notice, a lot of them are obstructed view, and there's technically and really no privacy if you're in these first few cabins. Maybe the last couple down there, right about where the smaller lifeboat is, you get a little bit of privacy. And that's pretty much it. It's the same on the other side. All right, coming back out of the veranda cabins, we'll come past the atrium. They have their 50th birthday flag hanging. And this brings you to outside. The first little area we're going to come to is the smoking area. This is the only place that you can smoke. You cannot smoke on the pool side and deck anymore on the Lido. You have to come up here to this smoking area. They have wheelchair accessible or stairs. That brings you to this area right here. This goes all the way to the back of the ship. Again, a view of your pool, the stage, and then the area on the other side of the stage. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit so you don't get bored with the walk. All right, this deck up here is just another sun deck. I'm not going to go up there, but you can see where it goes. There's a set of stairs over here. Cannot take an elevator up there. You got shuffleboard here and all your lifeboats. One thing about the fantasy class ships is the lifeboats are actually very high up, to where on most ships they're down on deck 5 and 4. All right, this is your waterworks, which is on the aft of deck 11. They added this many years ago. Used to be, this was a deck just like on top of the grand deck. And this brings you to the unique area on the back of the fantasy class where you have these wings that kind of stick out. And then this is going to bring you to where you can look right down to the Lido deck and then down to Serenity. Now, unlike most ships, the Serenity deck is in the aft of the ship on the fantasy class, to where most ships it is actually on the bow of the ship. And it's pretty much the same thing down the starboard side, so we're not going to walk down there. All right, these are eating areas that are just on the back of the ship. It's on both sides. These are your doors to go in to the buffet area where we just left from. And then you can actually come out here and sit on the outside of the ship. And you can actually walk about halfway down, and then you have to go back inside the buffet area to get out. So let's look at the buffet. You have your bar. And you have your buffet. Your salad area over there. Your deli is in the aft. And then you have your Pizza Pirate. Now remember, he takes a break from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. now. The Pirate needed some rest. Then you have your buffet. Now only one side's open at this point in time. You have your drinks, your coffee, and your ice cream is back there, behind there. The dessert table there. And then you have your buffet. If you like food. I love food. And then you have a nice little hallway that will take you out to the pool area. And then once everybody starts coming back on, Guy's Burgers here will fill up. It's very busy on these smaller ships. Again, back on Lido deck, there's your toppings bar for Guy's Burgers. Everybody loves a burger. You have more drink area, hot chocolate, and then you have your Blue Iguana Cantina where you can get your burritos, your breakfast burritos, your tacos. Have your stage where they do their mega parties, and then they basically move all those chairs naturally out of the way, and they make that kind of a dance floor, and then they keep the pool open actually pretty late. We came out here at 11 o'clock last night. It was all still open. You have your towel station, more seating. And you have your Blue Iguana tequila bar. And then on the opposite side, here on deck 10, you have the Red Frog rum bar. Now this ship does not have a Red Frog pub, but they definitely need one, so they have happy hour. This brings us right back into the atrium. You can see they're always cleaning. And that pretty much ends deck 10. Deck 9 starting in the bow, that's your theater. I will show you that in a little bit when I get down to the ground level. As you come through, you're going to come into Pixels. the arcade. Now remember, Pixels is not open at this time. They still do it the old way where you have to look for your pictures. Now some of them do come up here, but for some reason they still put them all out. This is your arcade. It's pretty small. Nothing like the Mardi Gras for sure. All right, after you go past Pixels, that's gonna bring you into one of my favorite places after yesterday. Won $1,300 and some, which is gonna bring you to the promenade deck. And I'll show you the beginning and the end of promenade after we come out of the casino. This is the casino. It's not the largest casino, but for the amount of people on board, it serves its purpose. They have the cage. They have 2 roulette tables. You got your ATM there, your table games, and then they have 1 craps table down here at the end. And then my favorite table game, craps. Alrighty, and then when you come out, you're gonna have the bar area. Now there is no smoking at this bar. You can smoke in the casino, but believe it or not, it has not been real smoky in there at all. You want the restrooms, you're gonna go there and turn to the right by the casino. All right, this is where your band plays at night. This is your promenade deck. Down at the very end down there is your sushi bar, where the sushi is free. And then your stage. And then as we make our way down, now I showed you these stairs on the Elation, it's the same way. Remember, the Lido deck is 1 deck down, one deck up from the promenade deck. Again, backwards from most ships, where usually the promenade deck is down on your lower levels. All right, over here you have your specialty coffees. You have your Leonardo Lounge, where they do karaoke.
Welcome to baby.
Baby. And then you have, again, your coffee. Plenty of seating up here if you just want to chill out before dinner. And then you have the Rex Club, which is a nightclub. They do use it for different things as well. And it goes around the corner a little bit. Now remember, on the Elation, they made this the comedy club. They pretty much took all the tables and everything out, left the bar, and pretty much the same thing as there. And again, on the Elation, it's different, but I'll show you why they didn't do it on this ship here just in a second. All right, coming back out of the Rex and coming down to the Rotterdam, you have a shop, I guess. All right, now they've had this blocked off the whole time. Now this is the difference between the Elation and the Paradise. They have not, and I hope they don't, taken the aft lounge going to bring you back to Serenity. All right. Now, the only other way out of here, without coming through the lounge, is to go back up the stairs. Up the stairs, but the problem is you can't go down. You have to go up. So I'll meet you back down on the deck 8. And back in front of the Rotterdam bar, you have just a little seating area on both sides. Pretty much the same. Now remember, you can't. Okay, we're now down on deck 8, all the way aft, which brings you to the Destiny dining room. This is where it's pretty much set time dining. Anytime is actually in the Elation dining room. I don't think they mix it up back here. And that's your aft dining room. Remember, there's 2 dining rooms on this ship, one midship. They call it forward, but it's mid. And now again, when you come out of this area, you're gonna have to walk up or down to get around the galley. So I'll pick you up in front of this deck. All right, now this is the rear entrance, not the main entrance to the Elation dining room. This is pretty much, like I said, they call it forward. It's, to me, pretty much in the middle of the ship. And this is where they have the anytime dining. Now remember, the restaurants on this ship are only 1 story, all of them. All right. Okay, coming out of the Elation dining room, pretty cool ship of the Elation. Even though we're not on the Elation. Let's go left first. Should always go right first, but this is the piano bar. It's not real big, but it gets the job done. As we work our way around, lots of cleaning. This is your Circle C. This is for ages 12 to 14. Have a restroom here. And this is where you gotta go to the restroom. If you're eating in that Elation dining room, you have to go to the restroom. And it brings you to the lobby. And then you got your shops. And then your library. Now on this ship, at night, the library turns into the chef's table. They have actually 2 tables, so they can seat quite a few people. I want to say it's $99 per person. And then when they're not doing the chef's table, it is the library. Continuing forward, on deck 8, it's going to bring you to the jewelry stores and the theater entrance. And that brings you to the lower level of the theater. And again, more of the fun shops. Other entrance to the theater, and that completes deck 8. Okay, now we're forward deck 7. Okay, and these are pretty much cabins throughout, except for the lobby and the art hallway. So pretty much cabins. That's our cabin down there where the cart is. And then it brings you out right here to another ATM. And then it brings you out to a little area out here and the atrium bar. Your glass elevators. And then a little seating area over here. Now on the Elation, this was actually where the internet cafe was, if I remember correctly. And it brings you to the shore excursions desk and guest services. All right, and this here is the hallway that will take you back through to all the art, where they have their art show. If you want free champagne, come to the art show. A, I don't like champagne, and B, I don't buy art. All right, and that pretty much ends that to the end of the hallway here. And the rest of this deck is staterooms. All right, deck 6, nothing but cabins. Deck 5, nothing but cabins. Deck 4, which is your Riviera deck, again, nothing but cabins. Okay, we can't go down on deck 3 because it's basically where the medical center is and where you get off the ship, but they don't like you to videotape down there. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. Hopefully it helps you get around a little bit. Please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down there, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I get up another video, and hit that like button if you like what I'm doing. And we'll see you next time here on Party of Two Cruising. I'm Pat, and have a great day.